He's an entrepreneur, he's a CEO, and he comes in and mentors youth. It's what he does. He's an expert at it.
How many people here are mentoring or have had experience mentoring already? Okay. For those of you that haven't, I'm going to start by saying, first of all, it's just so humbling when you're asked to speak in front of people of any kind, in my mind. You know, there's a verse in the Bible that says, "Oh Lord, who am I, a man of unclean lips?" And I've always felt that way. And so it's so humbling, and I'm so grateful and so honored to just be with you great men. I think when you mentor, for those of you that have done it, and for those of you that are thinking about doing it, it's oftentimes because you needed a mentor in your life and there was none there. You had challenge or struggle and there was no one there. Or you had need of a mentor and somebody stepped in and helped you, okay? And if that's you, oftentimes we think, well, I better wait till I'm ready for it or till I'm good enough or till, I get to some place. Don't wait. If you have a desire, God is telling you, you're ready. That's it, you're ready. So a little bit about me. I was on my own at a very young age, 17 really. So with no outside help of any kind, financially whatsoever. I did grow up in a two-parent family, so it was a huge advantage. It was a little tiny 1,000-square-foot home, blue-collar family. But I was on my own at a young age, and I grew up, I went to a Catholic school when I was in grammar school, public school, and high school, and then I went to a non-denominational Christian church with a friend of mine when I was about 19, and things were really hard because I was on my own trying to make my way in this world. And the pastor talking about an altar call, and I thought, what's an altar call? I never heard about that before, and then he said what it was, and I thought, well, I ain't going down there and making an idiot of myself. That ain't happening. So 20 minutes later, I was down there, and the story, everything changed, right? And it was a momentous event because I knew something happened. I experienced the person and character of Jesus Christ in a very unique way, in an unusual way. It was very personal. Something happened. Jesus said, I stand at the door of your heart and knock, and if you open to me, I'll come into you. And I always thought, what does that mean? How's he going to come into you? It just didn't make, well, I knew, because something happened, something came in. So then I started reading my Bible, and one of the things that was impressed upon me at a very young age was to start helping others, that you just can't live your life to enrich yourself. You have to help others. And I was like, well, how am I going to help people? One of the pastor's wife is a director at the charter school, and she asked me if I'd be willing to help, and I said yes. So what that's evolved to is I wrote a class for the kids, all the students, seniors basically, and juniors, ethics class and job readiness. What to expect when you show up on a job, the basic stuff. I mean, this is ground level, on time is late and early is on time. That's the first thing I got them to grab their minds around, right? Showing up, personal responsibility, dependability. I have a piece in there about bullying, exposing what bullying really is. Bullying is essentially an individual's own insecurities taking it out on others. So we get rid of all that in our class. Also, I talked to the boys about, and this is an all-boys school, about the fact that you can have a good job making $50,000 a year within 2 years without a college degree. And this is something they're not told in any of the public schools. City public schools, 5 out of 10 kids flunk or drop out of school. Nobody talks about it. Like, how can you be an elected official in this city and let that kind of failure, 50% failure rate, if you own a business and 50% of your product or my product failed, how long would I be in business? Right? But we let it go on and they don't talk about it because nobody has an answer or they're afraid to try to tackle it. Doesn't make any sense to me. It's one of the first things I'm going to go after if I become a senator. At the charter school, I also created an internship program where they get to work for 1 month at a company. They don't get a weekly paycheck. At the end of the month, they get a $500 stipend check if they showed up every day. Frankly, even if they don't, but we don't tell them they're going in. And it's a month-long interview. They get to check out that company for a month. The company gets to check out them for a month. I headed that, created it, called all the employers, everybody I know in business, lined up jobs, got all my boys jobs. And if they have a problem, they all know. They got my cell phone numbers. It's very real. I'm very one-on-one. And you don't need to be an expert at mentoring. You just need to care about people. That's it. You just need to care about them and get to know them and love them and understand that Jesus Christ is working through you. He'll take care of all that detail. So one kid has one problem. Well, there's this person on my job. I tell them all, you call me. You don't cause any problem on the job. You call me. And I don't care if you call me at 3 a.m. You call me and I'll help you navigate it. You know, I'm not getting paid enough, or this person's a problem, or I don't know what to do in this situation. Call me, I'm here for you. And just doing that, you'd be amazed. You don't get a lot of calls because there's usually it's the 80-20 rule. 20% of the boys you have that are going to create most of the problems. The others are going to be fine. So I created the internship program. I created the job readiness class, and then I bring mentors in. I bring speakers. Tim Taylor is, and frankly, my school is predominantly minority. I'd say about 95% African-American. So I try to find African-American men and women, but mostly men because it's boys. So somebody they look like. So Tim Taylor, who's got his own computer company, very successful businessman here in Monroe County. He's got offices all over the country right now. Started with one computer in his bedroom, and now he's built it up to this huge $1 million business. I'm bringing him in. So, when it comes to mentoring, just jump in, guys. Dive in wherever you can, wherever you feel you're being led. Keep your antenna up. God, where do you want me to help? What do you want me to do? Who can I work with? And don't think you have to be perfect. You don't.